Hey, good evening, Facebook. I just thought, it's time for my voice to be heard. I figure I'd step on here and say a few things about what's going on here in America today. I mean, devastated about a lot of things that's going on, from the shootings, officers being killed, the black men being killed. I mean, I want to touch on a few different subjects real quick. I could start off with the police. It's true that, being a police officer sometimes is a thankless job. I mean, it's rough out there. They get a little bit of money, $40,000 a year to try to protect people and be there for you, And it is a few officers who make it bad on the other officers. I got friends that are police and sheriffs. I got family that's police, sheriffs, and everything. And my thing is this. With the bad cops that's out there doing the stuff that they're doing, the good cops ain't saying anything about it. So to me, how can I say it's 1 or 2% of bad cops being out there and it's dominating over what's going on with the good cops? If it's 1 or 2% of bad cops, I don't think the murders or the shootings of police officers to citizens will be over 600. Over 600 people that have been shot this year alone. We just in July by police officers. Over 20 people have been killed by police officers just in the month of July. Today is just the 11th. We got 20 people killed by police officers just in the month of July. What kind of shit is that? To me, that's unexplainable. But the thing about it is, we don't hear about all those. Only the ones that's caught on tape are the ones we're hearing about in the news. So I feel sorry for those families, for those officers shoot those people, and they clearly get away with it. I mean, to me, that's what's devastating. And I know all cops ain't bad, but then again, I know what cops are capable of because I'm from the streets. I used to be there. I used to hustle in the streets. I used to have police officers that worked for me in the streets. I used to buy my drugs from police officers in the streets years ago when I was hustling. So I know what they're capable of, but I also know they don't get paid no money. It's going to be hard for you to be a police officer making $40,000 a year and you roll down on some drug dealer with $200,000 in his car. I get that. But my thing is, you letting these cops come into these black neighborhoods who not from those neighborhoods, beat these black men down, bust their head, shoot them, kill them, and you sit back as another police officer and you say nothing. Because you think you bleed blue. But no matter what, to you black officers who let this occur in these black neighborhoods, no matter what, you still a nigga to them. Wake up, you're going to realize that at one point, because at some point, it's going to be your child. Or it's going to be your brother, your uncle, your sister, your mother, who one of these white cops are going to bust their head from one end to the other. And then how are you going to handle that situation? No matter what, I get the whole camaraderie thing. I used to be a Blackstone, still a Blackstone in my heart, because that's all I know. I grew up as a Blackstone. But then again, if I seen somebody do something that was wrong, we talked to them on the side, we put them to the side, and everybody else didn't know about that. So maybe that's what police officers are doing. Maybe they putting their comrade to the side, saying, man, hey, you can't be doing that. But it don't seem that way in the hood. It's not a time, and my license can be straight, my registration can be straight, all my insurance, everything can be straight. But it's not a time when a police officer pulls behind me and my heart is not pounding through my chest. And it shouldn't be that way, because my white friends don't go through that. My white friends don't see none of that at all. And then the issues with Black Lives Matter. I don't get the whole thing with, what the problem is saying Black Lives Matter. If I had a dinner party at my house, and everybody is hungry, just like they say, everybody lives matter, all lives matter. Okay, everybody's sitting down at my dinner table and everybody's hungry, and I feed the white man, I feed the Jewish guy, the Chinese guy, and the black man, I give him nothing. He's still hungry. He's still hungry. Everybody was hungry, but he's still hungry. When you go feed the black man, quit this all lives matter. You know what we talking about. Nobody's ever saying anything that's devastating, saying that other lives don't matter. We're not saying that. We're saying Black Lives Matter too. And Rudy Giuliani, let me just see how I can say this real nice for you. Rudy Giuliani, you just a piece of shit. That's the whole bottom line. You don't know nothing about being a black. You know what? Giuliani, what is it like to walk on the moon? You don't know, right? What is it like to be attacked by a great white shark? You don't know, do you? What's it like being a black man in America? You don't know that either. So shut the fuck up. That's what you need to do. You know, it's so easy for you to sit back and tell black people how they should raise their family. Didn't your daughter go to jail for shoplifting? Didn't you cheat on your wife? Didn't you marry the woman you was cheating on your wife with? Did your kids not support you in your run for president? It's so easy, man, to sit here and dissect this shit, but you want to sit here and talk about blacks when you don't know nothing about being a black man in America. You're a wealthy white man. You don't see this side of town. You don't see what's going on. Then I want to talk about the whole black on black crime. That's the biggest black on black crime. Yeah, if it's in this neighborhood where it's all black said, the only crime could be is black on black crime. Let's talk about the white on white crime. Let's talk about the Chinese on Chinese crime, the Hispanic on Hispanic crime. Don't make us seem like we just some unruly beast that's walking the street and you can walk all over us and shoot us down like dogs in the street because you feel unsafe. You ain't never been unsafe. You ain't never been scared of the black man. That's why you do the things you do. And then I want to talk specifically to some blacks, because you want to get on Obama's case. You want to get on Obama's. Well, Obama's doing nothing. Let me tell you about Obama. Obama's doing what Obama set out to do because we gave him no agenda as black people. The Hispanics gave him an agenda for immigration laws. He stood up, he made that happen. The gay folks gave him an agenda and said, hey, Obama, we back you, but you got to do this for us. And what he do? They got gay marriage now. They can go in bathrooms, transgender, all kind of laws. We didn't have no agenda as black people for Obama because we assumed that he was going to do it anyway because he was a black man. That's our fault. That's not Obama's fault. He can only do so much for us anyway. We need to wake up as black people, put down these guns and quit shooting each other. We need to stick together and do things we can do. I mean, yeah, we can sit here and be marching Luther King all day long. We can sit here and sing these slow hymn songs and hold hands and kumbaya, but we need to step up and start doing things in our community for ourselves. Because they don't give a damn about us. And when I say they, everybody knows who I'm talking about. This is no secret. Every law out there is against us. Every law out there is against us. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Now, I'm not going to feel sorry for, as soon as those police officers got killed, that's a sad situation. But all that did was put the other two murders in the back burner. They do that on a regular basis. Let's put that stuff on the back burner. We don't give a fuck about that. They ain't never cared. We got to start caring about ourselves and stepping up for ourselves. Stop killing one another. Oh, it's going to be some adventure behind it. It's always going to be somebody trying to stop you doing what you're trying to do. That's why they're trying to make Black Lives Matter be some racist terrorist group or some poor organization of black people trying to get. They didn't did it to us with everything. A lot of street gangs was formed to try to protect our own neighborhoods from these same people that's trying to take us down. If you don't stand up for something, you're going to fall for anything. And I think now is the time we come together and use these Facebooks and these Instagrams and everything else. Let's support one another. Let's support black-owned businesses. Let's stop spending our money out here buying all this bullshit, supporting them while they laughing in our face and their kids driving Rolls Royces, and we can barely keep our lights on. It's time we do something different, America. And that's white, black. And for the white folks who don't understand, it's because you don't understand. Because you don't live in this situation. You go home to your family every day. You're not worried about a police officer killing your kid or have that talk with your kid or keep your hands on the wheel and don't do this, take your hat off when you're around. You don't have those conversations. But that's not your fault. I don't blame you. But I do want to say one thing. For everybody that's a racist out there, you can sit here and you can raise your family and do a great job. You can go out there and get a great education and you can go and get a great job. That's what you did. You're on top of that. But you had nothing to do with being born white. You had nothing to do with being born black. That's who we were born as, and we had no role in that whatsoever. I had nothing to do with being born black. Am I proud of being a black man? Yes, I'm proud. That don't mean I hate everybody else for not being black. It's time we wake up, America. It's a lot of foul shit that's going on out here in this country. And Donald Trump, I got your ass next. I hope they do put you in office just so we can fire your ass.